Hey guys, Coach Austin, Wall Athletics. I was watching a great wrestling tournament yesterday, the All-Star Classic down in Georgia, and one of the announcers, they were doing some like backdrop work on the tournament itself and all the great wrestlers that come in, and they were talking about the Smith family and how great the Smith family was, and they were talking about what each one is doing and what they did in their career, but what they're doing now, and as a family, the amount that they've been able to accomplish. And it starts to make you, your mind go on what commitment is and why certain kids get the most out of the time that they spend. Because time flies by. Time has no prejudice. It doesn't care who you are. It's going to keep on moving, right? And one of the greatest challenges to most people's success is the team around them or the family that's around them. And that's the hard part. The hard is what makes it great. That's why I'm sitting here right now. Like people, parents, teammates, coaches, they want the best for their kid. They want them to have the most commitment. They want them to be the most dedicated. They want them to wake up early and do their push-ups. They want them to be early for practice. They want them to stay late after practice to get an extra drill in. They want them to run at night. But they're not holding the same commitment themselves. And it makes a big deal. Remember when I was growing up, my mother would say to me, if you're dieting, I'm going to diet. If you can't eat tonight, I'm not going to eat tonight. Now, granted, when I went to bed, maybe she had something to eat. As far as I know, to this day, if I didn't eat that night because I had to cut weight, or if I had a pound to make or a half a pound to make, she didn't eat either. That made my cutting weight a lot easier. I remember when I was inducted into the Region 2 Hall of Fame, the first thing out of my mouth was, the people around me made it easier. It was easier to wake up and go to the gym and lift at 5:30 in the morning because the guy who was meeting me was there before I was. And my mother was up at 5 a.m. She wasn't sleeping in and expecting me to get up. When we weren't able to afford to go on vacation a lot. So I'd never been on a spring break before in my life. Now, granted, mixed blessing. I look back on it, I didn't like it growing up. It was hard. It was tough. You get to see other people around you going on vacation or having little nicer things, right? But at the same time, what was I doing? I was either working or working out. Simple. Mixed blessing for me. So as a result, I was able to achieve just a little bit more, right? But I see a lot of parents, they come into the club. I see a lot of guys, they come to train. And we have the opportunity here while our wrestlers are working out, for our parents to be working out. And you know what usually happens? They don't. I'm not saying that you have to. Maybe you got your workout in earlier. Maybe you did it somewhere else. Maybe you like to do something differently. But the most common answer I get is that they're too tired, or they had a long day, or they're not really interested. But then at the same time, they're expecting their wrestler to hold the same commitment. What would you say if your wrestler or your child said, you know what, I'm too tired. I don't feel like today I had a busy day. The answer would be much different. Challenge going into this season for all parents, walk the talk. It's hard. Of course it's hard. You already know that. That's what you would tell your kid. So let's do it together. Let's create a team. Let's let our team win the championship. That's why when you go in and you see the All-Star Classic on Sunday, great wrestling down in Georgia, they talk about family success. The Smith family, the Sanderson family, the Gable family, the Brands family. They talk about family. And that's why they were able to achieve something that nobody else was able to achieve. Sure, there have been a lot of good guys, but usually there's been huge motivation and huge support. People who are focused on the same thing. You want to go away all summer for vacation, and then you expect to maximize your time in the winter? Come on. Maximize your time, be a good teammate. Family wins championships. Family wins greatness. Believe in greatness. Austin Wall, Wall Athletics.